Watching movies in a virtual theater is pretty awesome. It's my birthday, which for me translates as not dead. That may sound negative, but I'm actually really grateful for it. It just means that I have another year, or potentially I have another year of learning and experiencing. And if you're a polymath like me, you know there's a lot of stuff in the world that we just don't understand, that we don't know, that we want to know. For those of us who aren't superstars, life tends to move slow in the achievement lane. And age creeps up fast like a pedophile in the playground. Oh, that's horrible. But accurate. Birthdays seem less spectacular after you exit your 20s. During your 20s, you're still a baby in the world.
We got it.
We got an airbender.
Oh.
Hanging out all the time, making up excuses to drink, figuring out activities to be a part of.
This is bullshit.
Making up excuses to drink. 2 a.m. booty calls. Making up games for excuses to drink. Lucky for me, I've never been a big drinker. You can't really strategize how to get girls' numbers when you can't even write down your own name without using 2 hands. And yes, kids, I said number.
Write yourself! Give me your goddamn number!
Back in those days when we actually had to call up girls, and they didn't even have the easy option of screening you, unless they had an answering machine.
My number's 21.
Once you're in your 30s, you hide and brush off your age. In the beginning, you'll rally against it, continuing to do everything that you did in your 20s and denying that anything has changed, especially physical things. At this point, we don't know that we probably should be taking care of ourselves. Past your mid-30s, you begin to accept it. My bedtime continues to get earlier and earlier, but then again, my wake-up time tends to be a little earlier too. You know, it's at this point in time when everybody that's my own age tend to just accept everything the way it is. Start saying stuff like, it is what it is, or get wildly out of shape. But, you know, that's kind of more of a thing of eating too much, not really because you got older. No, you just ate too much, dude. I mean, come on. I've lost 40 pounds since February, but I also made a conscious effort to do so. Transformation video coming soon. Let's just wait until I can actually do, a strict muscle up. And then I'll make that video. You know, I'm still amazed by how hot it is. How hot is it anyway? It's 86 degrees. This birthday officially crosses the threshold into my late 30s. And I have no feelings about it. It feels like a Thursday to me. I could have made a big deal about it and just planned out and threw a whole big celebration, usual stuff, clubs, parties. At this point in my life, that just feels kind of selfish. This isn't a milestone birthday. There's no 0 at the end of my number. It doesn't constitute moving through phases of life, through decades or whatever, you know. And maybe that's just all cultural stuff, and there really is no difference between decades. Not in my sweater vest years. But to be honest, I wore sweater vests in high school. I'm also not full-blown midlife crisis yet either. Although one could argue that me trying to get back in shape is a cry for help. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
But I think the biggest underlying fear for anybody in their mid-30s is the fear of not doing anything with your life. I definitely stand in that light. Oh yeah, and birthday present to myself. Maslow's hierarchy of needs model suggests humans are motivated by 5 basic needs. 1. Biological and physiological needs: air, food, drink, shelter, warmth, sex, sleep. 2. Safety needs: security, protection, order, stability. 3. Love and belongingness needs: friendship, intimacy, trust, and acceptance. 4. Esteem needs: prestige, feelings of accomplishment. 5. Self-actualization: realizing personal potential, self-fulfillment, growth, yada. A desire to become everything one is capable of becoming. We fluctuate between these needs, and not any one of them gets filled up entirely. But the more you have of these, the more satisfied your life is. I'm paraphrasing here. On a scale of how satisfied I am with my life, this is 100%. This is halfway. I'm kind of more like right here. So a little less than half. So when you're in your mid-30s and you're right here, you're definitely going to question a lot of things. But there's a key takeaway, for me at least. I don't give up on things because of how I feel. I abandon things when it doesn't align with my direction, or nothing changes. Seth Godin called these cul-de-sacs, a situation where you work and work and work and nothing changes. Yo.
Hey, what's up? Happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
That's all I got, brother. Nothing special. So,
Yeah, I wasn't planning to do much today anyway, so.
have a good one.
All right, thanks, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Later.
What was I talking about? Making decisions based on your emotions is probably not the smartest thing to do. But again, it's not like I have a pros and con list. I approach a lot of things in my life from the perspective of an experimenter. If I wanted to figure something out, I conduct a small experiment that would give me feedback that would inform the decisions that I make on future projects or personal stuff. This was unconsciously though. I've only recently been able to identify that this is what I do. And the reason I do these things is because I don't know. I can't really say I'm an expert in one thing, but when I don't know something, I hate not knowing something. If I'm gonna fail, I'm gonna fail as fast as possible so that I can make my decision, fail, and then move on to a different direction. No second guessing. Experimentation. The Socrates paradox. I know that I know nothing. Hold on real quick. For everyone that left Facebook messages for my birthday on my thing, thank you. But you guys know that if it wasn't for Facebook, you guys would not know when my birthday was. And I had proof. Experiment I did last year. I turned off my notifications. Nothing. Bruce Lee died when he was 32. You would figure that in that such a short lifespan, he's pretty much done a lot of stuff. I've since passed that birthday milestone, and I still question a lot of things that I do. But I am particularly grateful for being able to still do something, because obviously I'm not dead. Let's take a look at the average age of achievement by discipline. Most of the achievements in people's 20s are physical achievements. Olympic athletes, basketball stars. This guy. Makes sense, right? Thinkers and knowledge workers are found to achieve their best around 55 and onward. In the middle, you have actresses, musicians, and directors. So I think I'm still on track to make a great film. I just have to keep learning and doing. Experimenting. I accept that I may not achieve much in my lifetime, but I do know I still have the potential to achieve the stuff that actually matters to me. I think I still got a few good years left.